Namaste and welcome. I welcome you with my whole heart. Do you remember the phrase, be here now? I first heard this phrase from our yoga friend Ram Dass. Living in the present moment is a very basic yoga principle. How does one not anticipate the future? Images from our past experience live in our memory to be projected outward as expectations of future goals. Overblown expectations can bring about a lot of pain, and we all know about that. I like the expression, expect nothing, but be ready for anything. Readiness is a good thing. Expectations can get in the way of that readiness. Living in the present moment is a practice for each day, and it just takes remembering. I enjoy the practice of seeing the world with soft eyes. We look at the world with hard eyes, eyes that grab for detail, for information. We need hard eyes sometimes, but not constantly. Notice as you look at your screen that you are projecting outwards to the detail in your room. All right? Now, close your eyes. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes with soft eyes. This means that eyes will be open and relaxed, and details will come to you instead of you going out to them. All right, now let's just try this together. Eyes are closed. All right. And now slowly, very slowly, open your eyes with soft eyes. And receive the detail of your room. This looking at the world with soft eyes is one way to practice living moment to moment. All right, we'll do some standing now. We're going to stand and do some sun exercise, and I'm going to really teach the sun exercise and spend some time on it on this class. So would you stand up with me? And we'll first start by practicing the art of soft eyes. Right, stand facing me, and I'm going to turn in all different directions. But just have us just look at each other for a moment. Standing in Tadasana, close your eyes just briefly. And then open your eyes. And just remembering to do the sun exercise with soft eyes, detail coming in towards you so that you can really feel internally the exercise of Surya Namaskar. And we'll start by standing in your Tadasana asana position. Your feet are hip-width apart, tucking the pelvis under, lifting the breastbone, shoulders down from your ears, and remembering that the eyes are very soft. Palms of the hands are together, and this number one position, it collects you for your day. You are not warmed up. I'm probably a little bit more warmed up than you are, but your body is cold, and we need to respect it, so we'll go slowly. Breathing in, and exhaling out, and just diving down with the hands and raising the arms above your head. Take your time. And stretching the arms, tucking the pelvis under. Good. Now, before we go back, I'd like just to remind you here that you lift up out of the ribs and you arc back. You really do an arc. And you hold the breath. You take a good breath before you go back, and then you go back into an arc. And it's not an arch. Try this once with me now. Start at one again. One, palms of the hands together. Diving down on two, lifting the arms above your head. Now remember, tighten your seat muscle. Inhale, lift the ribs out of the waist. Hold your breath and arcing back. Lifting the ribs right out of the lower back. Pause, exhaling smoothly into 3. Exhaling lowers you down, and just pause here and bend your knees slightly. Ease them. No need to stand there shivering and shaking with the back of the legs that are probably a little cold. And walk your hands around to one side and then back to center, and then to the other side. Everybody, hope everybody's breathing, nobody's holding their breath in this number 3 position. Let your head relax, no need to look here. And just let the blood come to your cheeks and to your eyes. The back of the legs are stretching, the hamstrings, your sit bones, this is the ischial right here, the sit bones. They're really thinking upwards as you straighten your legs just comfortably. And now 4, right leg all the way back into your lunge. Now adjust your lunge for your body so that your knee is back enough so that you can feel a nice stretch to warm up this hip hinge. So walk it back if you need to. And this 4 will just take the time to warm up. You're going to breathe in and exhale, going down so that you can feel a comfortable, no pain in this hip hinge. As you go down, then pull back slightly, breath in, and exhaling down. Take your time, stretching and opening the hinge of your hip. The buttock muscle is slightly tightened to keep the weight out of your lower back, and shoulders are relaxed. Now 5, the 5, body is straight. Bring your left foot back to your right foot, and the body is long and straight. Now you're not sagging. This would be sagging. Lift the body so that your heels, your hips, your shoulders, your head, they form a straight line. And you are breathing. Good, now 6, knees. And we're going to aim the breastbone right between the hands, and my chin is just slightly in front of it. Everything's all connected. All right, now elbows in close to your body, and just rest your breastbone slightly on the floor and your chin to the floor. 7, place your whole body to the floor now and pull your shoulders back and down. Now please glance at your screen for a moment. Shoulders back and down from your ears so the chest is open and my gaze is lightly forward. Now inhaling, exhale, scoop the hips under. All right, inhale again, exhaling, and lift comfortably high. Comfortably high, it's key. Must stay out of the lower back. 8 now goes in right smoothly into dog stretch. Onto the knees, toes turned under, and now head between the upper arms and smoothly into your dog. No need to watch here. If you need to, just glance and then place the ears between the upper arms. Try to bring the armpits so they face one another, and your hips pull away from the shoulders. Now, this is just the first sun exercise, so ease the knee slightly. And if you'd like to do one heel down and lift and the other heel down. The many different variations, I like to take my time with sun exercise, and the first 2 I use for warming up. And then I lift my head, and now swinging 9, the right foot up between the 2 hands, right foot up. We'll do the right leg first and then the left leg second. And then both hands on top of that knee again, and going down so that that front part of my thigh stretches. Good, and the back buttock muscle is supporting my lower back. And down, good. All right, hands now on either side of that right foot. Take a breath and exhale, push off with your back feet. Push off with that back foot, ease the knees again, and let your head hang once again. Perhaps you're beginning to feel your back warming up, your shoulders. All right, now come up halfway, put the hands on the knees, and you'll know you're doing this correctly if you're lifting your chin. That's the last part of the exercise that needs to be corrected usually. Lengthen and have your gaze downward so that the upper neck is long. Now continue coming up into your 11 position. Take your time. No weight is pressed into the lower back, so you're going to breathe in, grow up to 12 o'clock, hold your breath and arc back. Stay out of your lower back, pause, exhaling, down to 12, and you return. Now you can see that 3 of the exercises, they always repeat themselves, and then the center section is just their nice exercises are separate. So let's try now this Surya Namaskar to the left side. And you're going to breathe in, exhaling down, and and then lifting the arms, taking care now, no dizziness as you arc back. Inhale, grow, lift, arcing back, tighten the seat muscle, pause, exhaling smoothly. The exhale is long, long, long. Going into your 3 position, relaxing your head. 4, left leg all the way back in your lunge position. Holding comfortably. And 5, body is straight. Remember not to sag in the hips. The breath is not held, but it's a strengthening posture. And now, knees, chest, and chin, elbows in close to your ribs for strength, and chest to the floor, chin. 7, whole body to the floor, shoulders back and down. Scoop under and exhale comfortably high. Now, inhaling, taking a breath in and a long body for your dog stretch. The heels are coming more and more to the floor. And 9, swinging the left foot up into the lunge smoothly. Remember, the gaze is forward, keeping any compression out of your lower back. Shoulders down from your ears as you're holding, and you're not holding your breath. Now take a good breath in and exhale forcefully out. As both feet come together and you're standing forward bend. All right, now let's stretch your right arm out in front of you and long back. My left hand is supporting the back slightly, and then changing the arms. It just keeps the natural curves of the spine, and again, it's just a little bit more of a warm-up. Pausing here, tucking under. Inhale, up to 12. Tighten the seat. Keep lifting out of your lower back. And 12, palms of the hands together. Taking a good breath in and exhale out. Now let's do 2 more, and we'll let this all flow one into the other. Breath in and dive down, up to 2. 3, exhale. 4 and 5. Exhale, 6. And 7. Inhale. Exhaling into 8, the dog stretch. 9, inhaling up into the lunge. And 10, exhaling, standing forward bend. Inhaling, coming up, taking care of the breath. Arc back. And 12, exhaling. And again, diving down, up to 2, inhale. 3, smoothly, exhale. 4, inhale, leg back, lunge. And 5, let's hold the breath. 6, exhaling, knees, chest, chin. And 7, comfortable cobra. 8, exhaling into the dog. Inhaling back into the lunge. And now exhaling into standing forward bend. And now stretch both arms on either side of the head, coming up to a standing position. And inhale before you go back. 12, palms of the hands together, breathing in comfortably, and exhaling, coming down. Very nice, very good. Now let's sit down, lie down. All right, why don't we both lie down for a moment, and slowly lying down and just relaxing for a moment. Sometimes I like to relax with my knees together, feet apart, and toes turned in slightly. Palms are turned upwards, and just relax. Take a 30-second vacation. Just let your back get heavy and the eyes become soft with your eyes closed. You can feel and sense your heartbeat. Just taking a minute vacation. It's a wonderful idea is to take a minute vacation, then you can take another vacation when you're out there standing in the, or doing the laundry. Just pausing and looking at the laundry with soft eyes. How about that? Let's do some belly breathing so that we can separate the two sections of our ribs. There's so much to learn about breathing, and I hope that every class I give you something a little new. If you'll just put one hand on the belly and the other hand on the ribs, and just keeping the ribs now very quiet. Just allow the rise and the fall of your belly. This is so nice because all this does is just quiet the breath after sun exercise. It's nice to do when the breath quiets down. And the ribs are very quiet, so that you're beginning to isolate, really feel that there is a separation between your lower belly, that's the abdomen, it's about where my hand and navel touch, and then the mid-ribs, which is up here. All right, now let's turn over onto the side, and I'm going to ask you to sit up. And if you have your belt, I do have my belt, and just keep it by you. We're going to do a very simple posture. It's called cow's head pose. But before I do it, let me just talk a little bit about something that's very, very interesting to me. And that we all know that the brain holds our memory. But we must remember, in today's world, here we are, we're looking at the year 2000. I mean, we're evolving as human beings, and we are progressing. And we are learning that the inside of the cells of our body also hold memory. They hold a lot of memory from our past. Some is good and some is very painful, but it is the way it is. And so when we begin to do exercises like we do in yoga, which are slow, they're thoughtful, we're not just flailing the body around. And when you start to move your arms and move your shoulders, it is not an accident that often in class there'll be moments of nausea roll over a student, or anger, or fear. And that is just what's happened is it's opened very slowly, but it has opened this Pandora's box that's in the chest for old memories, old feelings that are stored here. And better to release them than to have them turn into little crystals inside of our body. So let's do some work now with the shoulders, very easy shoulder rolling. Now let's raise your right arm above your head, scratch your spine, and just bring the elbow to the center of your body, the center of your head. All right, and then release. Now let me turn, and so that you can see some of this from behind, lifting the left elbow up and placing the hand right down the center of your spine, and notice that the elbow goes to the center of my head. And then you release. And now another nice shoulder movement is to bring the other arm, or this is my right arm, bring it around, grab a hold of your wrist. You can see I'm doing that, and just pull slightly. And then just place the two palms of your hands together. Place the two palms of your hands together and relax in the shoulder that you're using. You can see where my fingers are touching. It's a little bit unusual. Just relax the shoulder, relax internally. You'll feel those muscles of the shoulders relaxing. All right, now I'm going to do this on the other side. Reach around and just pulling the arms so the shoulder, it's a nice stretch, it's a gentle stretch. Palm of the hands are touching. And then I press slightly. I press, and that shoulder, this is my left shoulder, relaxes deeply. Now if you have your strap, my belt, or a towel, you can then drop the belt back, reach around, and gently pull. This is my bottom hand, is the left hand, and stand tall, and then change. Reach around, find that strap. So the shoulders are supposed to move in all different directions. Now the cow's head pose, you can use you can choose the leg position. Let's do a little hip rock. Side to side, all right, side to side, side to side. One must not be upset if you feel a moment of nausea passing across your consciousness. It's happened to me lots of times. Then nobody talked about it, at least now we do. and really rejoice because something truly is leaving you. So let's do it. Did some hips side to side. Choose if you like to sit comfortably as I am with my ankles crossed, or tuck your right leg in, all right, and cross your left over your right. And then tuck that left foot. Now the heels should be about in the same line. If I look down, my heels are in the same line. And if you find this really uncomfortable, just put the foot out. Here we go, cow's head pose. My knees are in alignment. Lift. Now I have my left over my right, so I'm going to lift my right arm up, reach back, and just to scratch my spine. Then the other arm goes behind. Use your strap if you need to. And cow's head pose. It's very simple. Breathing comfortably, but you know the cow's head with the great long antlers is very symbolic in mythology, long before the time of Christ. And then the other side. Now, Lilias is going to remember to change her legs. So we're going to do the other side. Now my left foot is tucked under and back. Now remember, you could be sitting in Virasana. That's your sitting pose. We did this last week. Now let's lift the other arm up, get it to the center. And now reach way around, create lots of space in the shoulder, and then try to get the fingertips so they're touching. Good. I'm always very proud of myself when I do this. It's really fun. It's quite challenging. One side's it's easy, but one side is definitely tighter than the other. All right, now release. Now you can do lots of different variations here. You can do a twist side to side if you would like. Just don't yank. This today, let's just place the hands out in front of you, and you'll feel definitely a stretch here as we slowly stretch forward, reaching the hands out. And this posture, for those of you that want to do the lotus position, this helps you to deepen your lotus pose because of the deep stretching that's going on in these muscles in your hips. Stretching out and reaching as you hold and walking back in. And we really should do that on the other side. Let's just, if you're, whatever position your legs are in, that's just fine. Just come forward, exhaling and breathing and stretching the arms out in front of you. And then sitting up and just doing a little twist side to side. Oh, fine. Practice your sun exercise today and tomorrow, and before you come to class. Let's lie down now. Breath in and rolling yourself down. Slowly, vertebra at a time. Feet well apart, palms turned upwards, shoulders down from your ears, ready for relaxation. Either sitting up or lying down, legs bent or straight. Lips are lightly closed. Hands making two separate fists, and place them comfortably alongside of your ribs, pulling the shoulders down from your ears, and begin to watch your breathing. Isolate your mid-rib cage from the lower navel or belly area. Belly area is quiet. Breathing is comfortable, rhythmical. And as you breathe, observe how your ribs expand sideways on the in-breath and contract on the out-breath. Inhaling, ribs expand. Exhaling, ribs contract. Continue breathing. Now, in a moment, I will ask you to press your fists gently into the ribs. On the exhale, and on the inhale, you will push your ribs gently into your fists. Begin now on your exhalation. Gently press the fists into the ribs as you exhale. And inhaling, push the ribs into your fists. Continue breathing, exhaling, press fists into ribs. In breath, ribs push into the fist. Now on this next exhale, as you push, resist a bit with the ribs. And as you inhale, ribs push and the fist resists. Exhaling, ribs resist. Inhale, fists resist. Good, and now relax. A long exhalation. Arms pulled away from the sides of your body, still breathing through the nose. And now let's do a complete breath. Exhaling again, out completely through the nose. And now let the lower abdomen soften. Mid-ribs expand and fill, filling up the upper chest. Under the collarbone, you pause and exhale from under the collarbone, mid-ribs, and the lower abdomen pulls in slightly, and then relax all efforts. Each breath links you moment to moment to moment. And then finish the breath wherever you are, flexing the feet in a nice all-over body stretch. And roll over onto your side. It's wonderful for your back to do so. And come up to a seated position. Remember to use your complete breath anytime, anywhere, and your soft eyes. Thank you for coming to class. Until the next time, namaste.